Good morning, children. Yesterday we completed separation of substances. Today we are going with the habitat lesson. Habitat lesson, what are the questions which are not repeated in your textual, which are important? Such type of questions we are going to talk. First one is comparing water plant with the land plants. What are water plants? Valsnaria and Hydrilla. What is land plant? We are comparing Tulasi. So comparison between Tulasi and Valsnaria or Hydrilla. In this two, anything we can take. So shall we write that answer? Comparing water plant with land plant. Coming to here, let us divide this into three parts. The first here, parts of the plant. Here, terrestrial plant. Terrestrial. What we do? Tulasi. Then aquatic plant. Let us take Valsnaria or Hydrilla. In this two, anything we can take. Then coming to here, what are the parts of the plant we are taking? First one is stem. Grows with the availability Next one, leaf. Next one, root. Others. So see here, what are the differences between this terrestrial habitat and aquatic habitat? We are taking, this is very important answer. We are considering two plants here, terrestrial plant and aquatic plant. What are the different parts we are taking? Stem, leaf, root and others. Coming to stem part, grows with the availability of sunlight. Why? Because it is in the pot or on the land. Because of that, it absorbs the sunlight to grow. Grows without the ability of sunlight. Why? Because you know, and when I discussed pond as a habitat, I told for you that the Valsnaria and Hydrilla are at the bottom of the pond. At the bottom of the pond, sunlight is present? No, the sunlight is not present at the bottom of the pond. So what we are telling here, grows without the ability of sunlight here. Okay, next one, leaf. Leaves grow with the stem as the base. Then their leaves grow along the stem. With the stem it will grow, and here leaves grow with the stem as a base. Coming to the root grows in the soil, the root grows in the water. The next others grows on land, because of that only we are telling it as terrestrial plant, grows in water, so we are telling it as a aquatic plant. Very important is the point is grows with the ability of sunlight, grows without the ability of sunlight. Leaves grow with the stem as the base, leaves grow along the stem, the roots grow in the soil, the roots grow in the water, grows on land and grows in water. These are the differences between the terrestrial and the aquatic. Next answer. So now we discussed about the differences between terrestrial plant and aquatic plant. Now we are going to talk about the Pulisa fish. I told we discussed about that one. What are the importance of that one? See, have you heard about the Pulisa fish? How and why do they change their habitat in some seasons? Why this Pulisa fish? What is the importance of that one, and why they migrate from one place to another place? We are going to talk about that one. So why they will change their habitat? For that I'm going to mention here, I'm going to write the answer itself. Just you try to understand what we are going to discuss here about Pulisa fish, what is the importance of that one, and why it migrates from one place to another place. About that we are going to talk. So see here, answer. It lives in So very important answer this one is, and this we can find in coastal regions in Visakhapatnam. Mostly we can find is Pulisa fish, and they migrate from one place to another. Why and what is the importance of this? We are going to see here. It lives in fresh water such as rivers and lakes. Fish can live in almost any place where there is water. Which water? Fresh water. You have to see that one. As 3/4 of the earth surface is covered by water, they have plenty of choices. Means they can move from one place to another anywhere. Okay. Fish live in all the world seas and oceans. They migrate from one place to another. Their habitat include sandy seabeds, coral reefs, and underwater forests. Lack of water facility and changing environment conditions is the reason for change in their habitat. Why they are changing the habitat? That point you underline. Lack of water facility and changing environment. When we will have lack of water facility in summer season, we will have lack of water facility. Why? Because the water gets evaporated. Mostly if they are in seas and oceans, they will not have any problem like that. But if they are in rivers, lakes, ponds, in such places, if these Pulisa fish is there, means they will migrate. Why? Because in summer season you can see that in lakes, ponds and rivers very less water will be present. Is it correct? But seas and oceans plenty of water will be present. You can find that. So in which conditions they will change the place, means lack of water and the change in environment. And you can see these what is that fishes mostly in coastal regions, and Visakhapatnam also you will get this very what is that in plenty, and very costly, very tasty it will be, it seems. So you can go with this Pulisa fish. The topic was given in the textbook, so I went with this one. So next one is observe a spider in its web and write how a spider shapes its habitat. Still now we discussed about many habitats, means terrestrial habitat, aquatic habitat. Okay, then now we are going to see about where the spiders will be. Spiders will be in our house also. Are they important for us? No, they are not at all important for us. But also for the spiders, our house is a habitat. It is not important for us also. For spiders, our house is a, like cockroaches, lizards. They all are not important for us. The ants, houseflies, cockroaches, lizards, what are there in our house? They are not at all important for us, but they will make our house as a habitat. In the same way, the spiders also make our house as a habitat. So let us see what is about the spiders habitat. Coming to here, the first point to this. So please see here about the spiders. Spiders, we can find spiders in the corner of the house, on the trees, under the stones, etc. What are the different places we are seeing the spiders? Corners of the house, on the trees, under the stones, etc. You all love spider. Why? Because you all means not in our house spider. Spider-Man movie you like. You also like to have webs of spider to fly from one place to another. Like that, these webs will be like that only it seems. Normally, they will attract the insects. You are attracted for Spider-Man. These insects are attracted for spider. So spider builds a net or web-like structure with their saliva to attract insects. Their webs are wonders of natural architecture. Did you understand that? Even normally also that way of structure will be very good. It is an architecture that they share their webs with animals like lizard, ants and other small insects. So where are, what is the habitat of the spider means you have to write house, on the trees and under the stones. Where only it is having what is that habitat in its web? No, it is giving space for lizards, small ants and insects also it is helping in its web. Its web how it will be? It is a natural architecture, all like it and the insects will attract to this one. So that's all for today. Tomorrow we'll continue. Thank you.